Hi, I'm Rockin Robin from CookingMexicanRecipes.com. Have you been thinking about the holidays that are fast approaching us and wondering maybe what kind of appetizer you might want to serve to your friends and relatives when they come over and visit you? Well, I've got a great recipe I think you might want to try. It's an appetizer called Kahlua Nut Brie, and it's served up with some crackers and some sliced apples. So stay with me, you won't want to miss this. First, let's go over all of our ingredients that we need for our recipe. We're going to need some Kahlua, and we'll need some Brie. Any type, if you have a favorite one you like to use, that's fine. We'll need some brown sugar, some yogurt. This is Greek, 2% I believe. And we'll need a little bit of fresh lemon juice and some chopped up pecans. Now over here, this is how we're going to serve it up. We're going to need a plate with some, any kind of crackers. You have a favorite cracker you like to use, that'll work. And I'm going to slice up an apple. I haven't done that yet because it's going to turn brown. And we'll use a little bit of lemon juice to help keep it from turning brown too quickly. The first thing we want to do before we start our recipe is to go ahead and prepare the Brie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the top rind piece right here. And just be really careful. Don't cut yourself. Let's see if we can slice this off. Just like that. Okay, I got most of it. I got this one little piece right here. Okay, now we're going to stick this in your baking dish. So I've got a baking dish right here. Now I'll place it in there, and I'm going to put it in the oven for 5 minutes at 475 degrees. We want this just to get softened up just a little bit. Now we always want to start this with the cheese coming right out of the refrigerator. Okay, so let's get this in the oven. So while our Brie is in the oven for 5 minutes now, we're going to cook our sauce. So I'm going to take the brown sugar, and I've got all the ingredient measurements in the description below, so be sure and check that out. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of Kahlua, just like that. And I'm going to turn the flame on to low. Now we want to just mix this up and I want to get the brown sugar to dissolve. We just don't want it to burn, so I'm just going to patiently stir this up. Okay, so you can see now that, and this is on low heat here, but the sauce is combining and mixing up. We want to get that sugar to dissolve, and when I add the yogurt, that's really going to help to dissolve that even more. You can see it's still a little grainy. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the yogurt. So just drop that in. And I'm going to turn the heat off at this point. Okay, so you can see right away, as soon as I add that yogurt, it's really started to thin down quite a bit. And it's gotten a lot smoother. Sometimes a whisk will help break up that yogurt a little bit faster. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn the flame back on because I want to keep this hot because it's going to go on top of our Brie. And put it back to low. I'm going to add the lemon juice. Stir that in. I'm going to wait for that to bubble up again, get nice and hot. And then I'll be adding the pecans. Here we go with the pecans. Stir those in. And we have just about maybe a minute or so left on the Brie that's heating up in the oven. So as soon as I pull that out, we'll pour this on top and we'll be ready to serve it up. So I just pulled the Brie out of the oven. As you can see here, it's melted up nicely, not too much, but enough. And you want to use a dish that obviously has a lip because the sauce we're going to put on top is going to be kind of runny. So now I'm ready to add the sauce to it with the pecans. I'm just going to place it right on top, just like that. See if we can get all those pecans on there because those are really delicious. All right, so now we're ready. I've got it all put together, nice and hot. Now all we have to do is finish setting up our tray of crackers and an apple. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my apple. And we want to make some nice slices that are fairly thin. sort of like a, I don't know, almost like a potato chip. And you want to take out, obviously you want to core it. Now this is going to be too thick here, so I'm going to cut this again, like that. So you want to cut just little wedges. And then once we get these going on the plate, we can brush them with a little bit of lemon juice. So we just place it on there like that, and that will keep the apples from turning brown. You know, you'll be able to get some longer life out of that and to keep them looking nice before they turn brown, and they will. They'll just oxidize. That's just naturally what happens. So there it is. I mean, that only took me maybe 10 minutes. That's all it'll take you to prepare. It's about 10-15 minutes max to make this appetizer. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a taste, because I know that this is really delicious. The little pecans. Man, this looks good. You guys are really going to like this. Delicious. I like to add the yogurt in there. It cuts out on some of the sweetness, smooths out that sauce so it's not grainy at all. Very delicious with the pecans. I hope you guys will give this a try. Try this holiday season. I'm sure you're going to love it. So thanks for watching. Also, I wanted to mention that I do have a newsletter, so if any of you would like to sign up for that newsletter, it's free. I have a link below. Just go ahead and click that, and you can sign up for it. I give lots of recipes and lots of tips, cooking tips on there. So thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe to my channel. Click that button right up there, and we'll see you next time.